Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. The purpose of today's video is two things. The first is to address the rumors circulating online. Yes, I did get a haircut. And the second reason is to teach you guys about the Linux terminal on Raspberry Pi. Whether you're programming or just making a project or even just exploring, knowing the basic Linux commands is super important. It can help you a lot. So I just want to put this information out there for students or anyone who's just looking to learn more. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Here I have some files on my desktop, and the first thing we're going to want to do is open up terminal just to play around with. And I want to start off with our first command, which is ls, and it's just short for list. To list our files, so it shows you the files and directories in your current location wherever you are. So as I type in ls, it's going to show me everything on my Pi. And I know we're going fast, but our second command is cd, and this stands for change directory. So if I type in cd desktop, it's going to change the directory to my desktop. So now I'm in my desktop environment. Now I type ls and it's going to show me all of the files and directories in my desktop environment. Now I'm going to change my directory to a do not open folder, and I'm going to list the files in there. As you can see, there are some files in that, and I'm going to cd to our Pi and then clear the terminal for a blank state. Our third command is print working directory, or pwd. If you ever get lost, pwd is the command you should use. So it just stands for print working directory, and it tells you exactly wherever you are in the system. So if I type in pwd in my desktop directory, it's going to say home key on desktop, etc., etc. I can practice this a couple of times. Our next command is mkdir, or make directory, mkdir, and it's just for creating new directories or basically new folders. So if I type in mkdir projects, it's going to make a new projects folder, as you can see on my desktop. Our fifth command is rm, or removing files. So if you ever want to delete a file, just type in rm and then the name of the file. Here I'm typing in rm and then top secret. As you can see, the file has disappeared. And let's say, for example, you want to remove a directory instead of a file. That is almost identical. It's rmdir, which is this next one we're going to learn. And this just removes directory, or basically folders. So if you ever want to delete a folder, organize something on your desktop, type in rm and then rmdir and then the name of the file. Perfect. So that just disappeared. Now our seventh command is cp, or copying files. So all you have to do to duplicate a file is type in cp and then the name of the file and then the destination directory that you want to put in. So for example, let's say I have these list of KFC spices, the 11 herbs and spices, and I want to put in the folder, but I don't want to rewrite the whole thing. So I'll just copy all of its contents into that directory. Our next command is mv, or moving or renaming files. So you type in mv, the old file name, and then either a new file name or your destination directory to move it. This is super useful for moving or just renaming files. Lastly, we have two more really important commands to know. The first is nano. So go ahead and type in nano and then the file name. This opens the file for editing, and it's basically just a simple text editor. So here we can see my grocery list, and if I wanted to edit, I can type anything. For example, I wanted, like, I don't know, 500 bananas or maybe 600 oranges. Maybe I'm like that guy from the math problems. I can go ahead and do that using nano. The next is cat, which is short for concatenate, or basically just viewing the contents of a file in the terminal. If I type in cat and the grocery list, you can see here that exactly what we typed is now that was in the file. I can see on the terminal. And let's say I want to see all my passwords. Since there's nothing in my passwords, I didn't want to leak anything. It's not going to show anything. But you get the gist. The next one I want to teach about is sudo, which stands for super user do. And some actions in terminal, or whenever you're working on a Pi, will need some admin level permissions. You'll see this when you're using sudo apt upgrade, or some commands or lines of code will need this just to access admin level permissions. And whenever you want to use super privileges, go ahead and use sudo. Also, apt is a super important one to learn. Apt is just installing and for managing software. It's a command you use whenever you want to download packages for your software. And finally, one other one is hostname. You can use this to find the name of your device, or even your IP address if you type in hostname-i. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any recommendations for topics I can cover or videos I can make, please leave in the comments down below, and I will see you guys.